Yes, people, how are we? A bit of a different video today. So what I'm going to show you be a bit of a random one. Oof. Obviously, it's a little bit unclean in the background. Mrs. won't like me saying it's an office. But yeah, I'm going to show you sort of obviously a bit of training, current physique update, how we are getting our clients pretty fucking unbelievable results at the minute. But yeah, a bit of a random vlog if you want to call it that. But yeah, I'll stop blabbing and we'll get into it.
You back at the bottom, they gon' treat you like you worthless. Respect the game, fuck the fame.
You're back looking jacked.
Tell you what, boys, just doing my check-ins now. Listen to this feedback from my client.
I saw a load of my pals, well, my brother-in-law's pals that I've not seen since the wedding, which was last September. And at that point, I think I'd lost about three stone anyway, but then obviously this is the first time I've seen them since. And when I walked over to the bar, they didn't recognise me, like they were in awe. They were like, what the fuck? So, I mean, that was like a boost and a half to the confidence.
There's more.
Like, everybody said how amazing I looked. And I've also, when I went to buy a suit, it was just a piece of piss. Because obviously, if you aren't fat, it's well easy. So I bought like a load of stuff from Gymshark. Like, this is a slim fit medium. Look at me. Fucking look at me.
This is what I tell everybody all the time. Like, yeah, fat loss, building muscle, it's great, right? But the individual who you become in the process is so much more important. So I just had a call with a guy there who's on about joining the team, right? I used one of my clients, Toby, as an example. This guy came to me, he wants to obviously lose fat, build muscle, and then go into, well, he called it a bulk, but like a lean gain, basically, where you gain as much muscle as possible while staying like visibly lean, like seeing abs, etc. Use my client Toby as an example. I mean, like, Toby's been with me like over a year and a half, maybe possibly even 2 years now. Okay, and I just thought I'd show you guys just sort of like what I mean in terms of what a long-term journey can actually do, and having a plan for what's to come after the diet all the time, right? And how to actually execute a proper lean gaining phase. So this is when Toby came to me, right? Like I said, a couple of years ago, okay, around like 92, 93 kilos. This is obviously where we got him to in a space of like 7 months. Okay, this is his first ever photo shoot. Okay, so this is what I always say to people is this is phase one. Okay, this is the initial diet. Obviously, Toby took it a little bit further with going into like a photo shoot prep, but this is essentially phase one. Okay, then you go into a position where you're showing people phase two, how to essentially, well, maintain that weight loss, and then you'll see phase three where you enter that lean gaining phase. And this is massively important. I speak to, obviously, again, coaching now for like, 7-8 years. I speak to a lot of people. And the number one reason why people go backwards, they might lose a little bit of weight, 5-10 kilos, however much it is. But they'll always go backwards because they never have a plan for what's to come after the diet. Okay? Like I just showed you there with Toby, right? We'll map it out into phases. Phase one will be the diet. Phase two, maintenance, showing you how to maintain that weight that you've lost and not go backwards. Okay? And then phase three, filling out that frame that you've spent so hard to actually get lean, okay? And then your body's much more susceptible to putting on muscle when you're in a very lean position anyway, and doing it gradually and structured to make sure there's minimal body fat gained whilst gaining a lot of muscle tissue in the process. So if you look here, right, I'll show you on big screen, it's a little bit easier. So this is what we do for all our clients, okay? So we map out 3, 6, 9, 12 months to show people, like, one, what's possible, but two, like, what's to come. Like, it's important for me as a coach to always give my clients, like, clarity, okay, in terms of the direction that we're going, because again, you're putting in hard graft, hard work. You want to know, like, essentially what it's for, okay? So you'll see here at the top where we're looking at 8th of December. This is essentially where Toby finished the photo shoot prep that I just showed you in that last video, right? 79.4 he finished here. If you scroll down now, we've just started pretty much like a couple of weeks ago. We've just started his fat loss phase, okay? This is the weight he got to within his lean game, okay? 86.4 from 79.4. That's a lot of weight, right? And as you saw on that video there, he's still very, very lean. So that just shows you the importance of, yes, having clarity in terms of the direction that you're heading, but mapping everything out to the detail. Like, you'll see like 0.5% body fat drops every single week, right? Then we're going into a lean gain, right? 0.2% of his body weight gain every single week, right? But that also showcases to him what journey we're on, but where we need to be by what specific date, okay? And I say to clients all the time, and if you're watching this and you're a client, you'll know that I say it all the time, it's very, very important to have like key dates within your journey, right? It's just naturally going to unlock another level out of you all the time, okay? If, yes, losing fat, building muscle, that's fine, right? You can do that all like forever, okay? But having certain specific dates towards where it's like, right, if I'm not ready, or if I'm not in this specific shape by this specific date, I'm going to make myself look like a bit of a tit, right? You'll just be surprised of the reaction that you actually, well, you have within yourself. It just show you there that like a lot of coaches will get clients to fill in a weekly check-in form, right? And for me, we do things a little bit differently. And the reason why I do it is because, again, even me, I have a coach, right? I do a form. I don't really like it. It doesn't paint the whole picture. If a question is asking, I don't know, like, did you have a good week, bad week? I could put yes, I could put no, yeah, it was all right, but went off track a little bit. It doesn't paint the whole picture. Whereas, like, obviously you just heard there, a client might send me a 3, 4, 5 minute video, and yes, it makes my check-ins longer, 100%, but it's so much more worth it, because I can get a lot more out of each and every client, even like, yes, the words that they say, but how they say them, like their tone of voice. If they say, yeah, I've had an okay week, by how they say that, I will know if it's honestly a good week or a bad week. And I say to clients all the time, the more feedback that I can have, it gives me more feedback to then make better informed decisions going forward and get you, well, pretty much closer to that end result as quickly as possible. For those that are bothered, this is the current setup. They've been living in London now for about 6 weeks. This is, well, I'm going to call it my office. The missus is not going to like that, but this is what it is. Nice little sofa bed there. Office setup, absolutely roasting. Got my fan there. Yeah, bit of a mess. Fuck off, mirror. Not sure about that. I'm going to have words about that. I'm going to gradually start to plant the seed, and I'm going to have to buy some new rug or something. I can't be having bloody leopard print like this. It's a nightmare. In terms of, obviously, the physique at the minute, so I'm pretty much like in a bit of a lean gain, but I've mentioned a few times, but I'm running, we're actually running across Iceland at the end of this year. So November, December time, there's going to be, well, there's 5 of us at the minute, and I'm planning to do it. So I'm going to basically do it over two days. I think over the course of 48 hours, I think we're going to be doing 120k each. So probably break it up into 20k, well, I say 20k sprints, but they won't be sprints. But like 20k blocks. I'll run, somebody else will go. So we're not all running at the same time, but there'll be somebody running at all times, basically. Not looking forward to somebody waking me up at least 4 a.m. saying I've got to go and run 20k. That'll be a shock to the system. Don't like getting woken up at the best of times. But yeah, so I put my recent physique update on Instagram the other day. I had quite a few questions just in terms of how my training is looking, like how much I'm eating and stuff like that. I had quite a few people say, oh, you only put post-workout shots on when you've got like a full pump on, like it's not an accurate representation of how you look. And I was like, but for those couple of people that said that, this was my checking shots this morning. So from the front, from the back. So yeah, I don't think we're looking too bad at the minute. So I'm around 83 kilos right now. So at the minute, my food's sitting at like 2,800 on a training day, and then 2,400 on a rest day, basically. So quite a bit of difference from training day to rest day. So I'm training 4 days weights. I'll do 1 boxing session a week, that'll be on a Saturday, and then I'll do 2 runs. So I'm running about 15k at the minute. Obviously that will increase closer to time, well, closer to the end of the year when obviously we're doing that run. But yeah, that's the amount of output that I'm doing at the minute to align with the amount of food that I'm putting, that scran that I'm putting in my body. So yeah, happy the way I'm looking at the minute. Like again, I was like just chatting to James there, then just feel like physique, like business, everything is it's just coming together nicely. And I say this, and I say it to my clients all the time, where it's a case of when them two go hand in hand. So when you look good, you feel good, you perform good, like whether you own a business or not, that leaks into every single area of your life. Like I cannot stress the importance of it. I think I'm going to say in one of these clips in this video where I played out a client check-in that he said, and yes, he's lost like 20 kilos in under 20 weeks, which is crazy. But sorry, it's getting a little bit windy. One of my AirPods has died and it don't keep charging. And he's lost like 20 kilos in under 20 weeks. But it's more so the kind of individual that he's become. It's the same with what I'm saying now. Like, is it a coincidence that the business is the best it's ever been and it's growing at a very, very fast rate because I'm in the best shape I've ever been at this weight? I'm lean, I'm getting stronger every single week, I'm being super consistent, like diet is pretty much on point. Yes, I'm still, like, again, my granddad came up this past weekend, had quite a few drinks and that. Like I've got that flexibility, so I've got that happy medium. And obviously that's, people always looking for balance and stuff, but for me, I work 12, 13 hours a day. It's not too much of an issue for me because I love what I do. And it's like, even with that said, even if you love what you do, if you are not having your health, having your fitness pretty much bang on the money, not 100% of the time, but like 90% of the time, you are going to be leaving progress, money, whatever it may be, on the table, right? It's a case of you want to become the very best individual that you can become, right? And that, again, I might be biased, but that all starts with your health, with your fitness, right? When you look good, you feel more confident. When you perform good, you get more done in less time. That's inside the gym, that's outside the gym, right? And if all them things are working together, you're going to be a fucking animal, mate. So yeah, if you're not too bothered about how you look, which when people say that to me, I kind of don't really believe it, but always think, and even if, like I said, you've got family, friends around you, think, right, I want to be the best version for myself, but also for them. Challenge yourself. Like, who do you actually like why would you not want to reach your full potential? Like, I'm not going to get too deep and say, oh, you've got one life, live it, but it kind of is true. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I'm blabbing on now, but yeah, bit of a rant, bit of an update.